the Lee APP. It's a great little press for brass prep on a budget. You can even size your projectiles with it if you wanted to. I have made a couple different modifications to it. We made these little collars on the 3D printer. Those keep the tube straight and steady. We also added this part here just for the primers, allows them to drop out. It's also been 3D printed, as well as this chute here that allows the cases to drop down into this bucket. One of the best upgrades by far on the 3D printer was this nice little roller handle. So just some simple skateboard bearings. If that's something that you'd be interested in seeing made, let me know and perhaps I'll do a video on that. But for now, we're just going to do a basic review on this press. At the time of this recording, this press is only around $120. And for that price, you really do get quite a bit of function. So even though we're using carbide dies with this press, and it's not necessary to use case lube, we're still going to use it because it makes these a lot easier. So we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need our case lube, and we're going to need our brass. So as you can see, all this brass still got the primers in it, and I just used a reused almond jug. Shake up that Dillon lube and just put a couple spritz in. You don't need much, just 2 spritz. It's probably more than enough. Like I said, you don't really need the lube, it just makes it a heck of a lot easier. And then, ready for some noise? Alright. One of the great things about this press is the way that it's automated. So don't get me wrong, every once in a while a case will go in upside down, but aside from that, so we just dump the brass in the top and give it some good shake. And you'll see the tube start to fill up. Now sure, it would be a lot easier to do this on something like my Dillon CP2000 over there, or even on this fully automated 750 that we have here, but we're doing this on a budget. So, on a budget. Alright, let's decap and resize some brass. So, we're doing 45 ACP. We're going to just sit here and run a few through it so you can get the idea. Every once in a while you're gonna have your little errors and just kind of have to keep an eye on it, but aside from that, it's a great little press. And that's like what I'm talking about there. Every once in a while it's going to need your help, and that's where you just kind of got to pay attention. Every once in a while you'll get a case upside down, but for the most part, when you look at the price of these little units and what you get for that, I mean, it's hard to go, you can't go wrong with it. So, now you can see, just at the time, we have all these pieces of decapped and resized brass. There we go. So we'll run them through a little bit of media to get all the case lube off of them, but for the most part, that's all there is to it. So if you're looking at doing this on a budget with a $120 press, you can actually really crank it out. Now Lee does make an actual roller handle that's more centered, that gives you a little bit more leverage, but like I said, if you use lubricant on the cases, it's really not an issue. So probably use a little bit more than what I showed in the video. Maybe just, you know, give it an extra 2-3 sprays. And this is an alcohol base. We do want to let that kind of soak in there, but then again, we'll just reload it. And I will show you what it does. So you just shake it, and you can see the tubes just filling up. There we go. So, right back to it. I'll get a little closer so you can see the slide actually working. Alright, there you have it, the Lee APP. In just a relatively short period of time, we were able to run through about 600 of these in just under 30 minutes. So, it's not a bad deal for the price point. You really do get what you pay for. If you guys would be interested in seeing how we made these or how we assembled them, definitely like, comment, subscribe, and we'll do our best to try and reply to the comments. So we are new to YouTube, and we're hoping that everybody will show us some love and support, and we'll keep making these videos.